Two. Hey, my name is Paul Dezay. Welcome to Find the Intersection. Today we're talking about Jeremiah chapter 8. We're looking at starting in verse number 18 all the way to the first verse of chapter 9, Jeremiah 8. And so, hey, we've been looking at Jeremiah on Wednesdays for the past few weeks. Jeremiah is the weeping prophet. And in today's passage, we do see him crying. So this is where we see where he gets his nickname. So Jeremiah is a prophet. He has to deliver the news to the people of God that they're worshiping idols. The people have not responded well to his messages. They've continued to worship idols. And so Jeremiah is caught in this situation almost between God and the people. Like, God, why haven't you done something for these people? His heart aches for the people. And so take a look at a few things that stood out to me in this passage. Number one, this is a lament. This is when Jeremiah is grieving towards God. God, where are you? What's going on? Why aren't you saving your people? This is about heartache and being honest with God. Lament has a purpose. It's very important that we lament to God. It's important that we're honest. We take off the mask. We're often more honest to our friends than we are to God about what hurts us and breaks us. We feel like we have to be formal before God. But in here we see Jeremiah just spills his heart. God, why aren't you doing anything? And then really, the interesting thing about this, if you study Jeremiah, you see this is God's heart. So Jeremiah is just echoing the heart of God because God has said these same things, these same ideas that Jeremiah is saying here. God's heart laments for his people. God's heart is broken for his people. So Jeremiah is doing what God is doing. And when God's heart is broken, then there's an opportunity for change. In fact, suffering often leads to change. It's not until our heart is broken do we change our behavior, or do we seek solutions on behalf of God for whatever is broken around us. And so we see here in Jeremiah's lament, it echoes the heart of God, God's lament over his people. And then there's this curious little phrase about the balm of Gilead, which is an old hymn. It talks about, is there healing? Is there no healing in Gilead? Which is in that time was a kind of an ointment that was famous to bring healing. And Jeremiah, I think, is really just talking about this metaphor of healing. Is there no healing for the people anymore? Is there no healing? And ultimately, we do see that Jesus is the healing. So all this kind of points to Jesus being the balm of Gilead, right? And in a weird way, we're the balm of Gilead too. We extend the healing of God to the people around us. So this is a very interesting aspect of Jeremiah's story. It's where we see Jeremiah's heart is broken, but that echoes the heart of God. And then the hope of healing, that there is healing, even though it doesn't look like it. Often suffering brings about change. So those are the things that I got. What did you get out of today's passage? If you'd share in the comments, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about Psalm 79, 1-9. Grace and peace, everyone. Take care.